Hey, thanks for watching this video. This is a continuation of the Sebastian Lague tutorial on procedurally generated planets. If you haven't seen that yet, I don't think you're going to understand this, and I highly recommend you check it out. I will put it in the video description. Thank you very much for tuning in. What's up, YouTube? Today I'll be doing a tutorial. I think I'm going to make it 2 to 3 parts. The first part is going to be extending off of Sebastian Lague's tutorial on how to procedurally generate planets. So we're going to be doing like completely random planet generation. So I know it sounds the same, but with his, you were like tweaking settings manually to get random planets, and for ours, we're going to be just literally just pressing play and a random planet is going to appear. So to get started, we need 4 scripts, which I already created. They're empty, so don't worry about that. But the first one is going to be planet generator. So I'll open this one up, planet generator. The next one is going to be random planet settings, like this, inheriting from scriptable object. The next one is random value, which is going to be an empty class for now. And then I lied, 5. One of them is going to be rotate, which is really going to be really simple. Just rotate, regular mono behavior script. And then we're going to have extensions, which is also going to be pretty much empty, but just public static class random xt is all that's going to be in there for now. And yeah, so we can actually start off by, we're going to make a couple changes to the stuff that he had. So I'm starting off with exactly what he had. I did make a game object that's planet generator, and it's just an empty planet generator script. So I can show you. I'm gonna make sure everything's in line with what he did, which it looks like it is. So I'll hit play, and oh, there we go. That's right. So the first thing is, you saw I had to hit generate planet, so I'll fix that real quick from his tutorials. By the way, I love Sebastian Lague. That dude just makes awesome. I'm honestly honored to even be doing something based off of his stuff. I just saw a lot of people in the comment section that were wondering how to do extend it further. But yeah, so first go to planet, and real quick, just do void start, and then all you have to do is type in generate planet. And so what that's going to do is, just because all the other stuff was happening only during the editor, so when you hit start, now you won't have to hit generate planet, it'll just show up. Okay, so now that that's done, we are going to do, let's go to the random value first. And so this is going to be, it's going to be a container type, so public random value, public class random value t. And all we're going to do is we're going to have a public t min, a public t max, and a hidden inspector public t last value. You know, actually, I'm going to make these protected. Oop. Protected. And we are going to serialize them now. So, boom. And then all this is going to happen actually is just public override t pick random value. And for now, I'm just going to return min because we're going to override it in every case possible. What have I done? Why are you so angry? Oh, not override. Excuse me. Virtual t. Cool. And then make sure that this is system.serializable. So basically all we're going to do real quick here is just make a bunch of random classes. So random int, which extends from random value int, and then public random int, which is all it is int min, int max, which obviously goes base, min, max, like that. What have I done wrong here? Base int design. Oh, oops. Yep, that's right. I'm gonna need a constructor here. random value t min, t max, and then this min equals min, this max is max. Cool. All right, and so then all this is going to do is just override pick random value, and we're just going to return last value equals random dot range min max. Also make sure to mark this as system not serializable. Random float, and then all of these ints can be replaced as floats. This to be capitalized. This one actually is nice and easy. We'll have a random color. The float will be replaced with color. So this is going to need to be changed just a little bit. New color min dot r. Oh nope. Random dot range. Min dot r. Max dot r. I don't know why I put a parenthesis there. Comma there. It should be there. Oh, I forgot to do the other stuff. I'm just going to use my mouse. Boom. 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 So dot r should be g. Dot b. And dot a. Okay. And then the last one is going to be public class random simple noise. So it's going to be random value noise settings dot simple noise settings. So I'm not going to do a rigid one just because I don't think it's needed for this video. I mean, I feel like once you guys I don't know, once you guys do one, I think you could probably do another. If it's really needed, I could make another tutorial on it. But yes, pick random value. Do this. So we have settings equals new settings. And now return last value equals settings. So we basically just want to go through here and just muck with all of them settings. So base roughness equals random dot range settings dot or no, sorry, min dot base roughness max dot base roughness. Kind of just gonna go through and do this for a shit ton of stuff. I think there's I want maybe 7 values. So it's base roughness. Center we'll do last. So we have min value. Num layers. So we have persistence. We have roughness. Strength. And then we have center. Okay, and so then make sure I know I screwed some of these up because of this, like that, and then I didn't do this one either. I think that's good, so base roughness, yep, we're just checking to make sure. Okay, so, as you can see, obviously, a vector 3 is not a float, so we're going to call this class randomxt dot random vector 3, which does not exist yet, which is why I have the extensions thing. So yeah, if you go to the extensions, the empty one, where it should just be public static class randomxt, it's one of the initial scripts at the beginning that's empty. We're going to make a public static vector 3 random vector 3 vector 3 min and vector 3 max max.x, min.y, max.y. And I didn't do that in a random.range. For some reason, I did not do that. And then we'll have the z. All right, so we have that. Now you can go back over here, and it should be good. So we have all these random classes now, and what we're gonna do next is go to the random planet settings, and I think it was create asset menu like this, and so that'll be the same as the color and planet settings from his tutorials, where it'll let you kind of just pick one. And so for random planet settings, this is where we're gonna put in a lot of our random structure crap that we just made. So for the first one, random int resolution, make this public so it can be exposed. Random int, we're gonna want, what else are we gonna want? Planet radius. Now, let me actually use this for reference real quick so I can see all the shit that we need. So we have radius, resolution, okay, noise, so noise layers, we're gonna need that too. Noise layers. So then public, what the hell is it called? Noise settings, simple noise settings. I'll say terrain noise settings. That's not what they wanted. Random simple noise. And then we're gonna want a lot of colors, a lot of random colors. I'll call it ocean depth. We're gonna want ocean surface. We're gonna want ground, cliff, and we'll do cliff top. Random float. I guess we can do biome tint percent. Public random simple noise. Biome noise settings. What else do we have? We have random float, biome noise strength, random float, biome noise offset. I think we have a few more. Let me see. Blend amount. Biome count. That's what we need. We need a biome count and simple noise. We already have that for the biomes. So yeah, we're gonna need a noise or blend amount and biome count. I'm actually gonna move this one down here. And then what was the last one? It was public random float biome blend. Oh, and one more actually. Random int smoothness. Okay. So we have all that. Go up here. And so planet generator does not have anything in it yet. So good thing we compiled all that crap. And we can go to planet generator, and the only thing we're gonna need now is, I don't think anything goes with now. So I'll do header. We're gonna say random planet attributes. And it's gonna be a public random planet setting. Cool. So now I can go back in here, And because we added the asset menu thing, we can create a random planet settings from asset menu. And here's all of our shit. Woo! I'm gonna call this planet settings sustainable. Cool. So with that, we can start filling out some of this stuff. I think I have some stuff written down so that I don't have to like think about the values too much. We can get something that like works decently, but we can always change some of the stuff later. But yeah. All right, so let's start filling this out. For resolution, I would say I actually don't like the planet resolution being too high because it just makes the editor slow. And I know that you can do the face rendering thing that he did, but I'm just gonna say let's have a min of 45 and a max of 70 for now. Planet radius, I like to work with them huge. The scene that you most likely got with his planet was a radius of like 3. I have mine at 300, just as a disclaimer. So I'm going to do planet radius from 250 to 325. So noise layers, I would say a min of 1 and a max of 4. Terrain noise settings. So these are the ones that I kind of want to look at to make sure that they're not too crazy. I do have these set up. So strength 0.25. Num layers, I have it at 2 as max. Base roughness is 0.9. Roughness is 0.9. And keep in mind, this is the minimum. That's why there's 2. So there's a min and a max for all this different stuff. Persistence, we have 0.25 as a minimum. Center, I think it was negative 3, negative 3, negative 3. Min value was 0.45. Max, over here we have 0.45. Num layers was 5. Base roughness was 1.3. Roughness was 2.25. Persistence was 0.45. Or actually, no, it wasn't 0.4. And then for this, it's 3. And for min value, it was at 0.95. Okay. So all that stuff's done, and now we can do the gradients. For ocean depth, we can do maybe like a dark purple as a min, and then maybe like still kind of dark, but a little bit lighter for a max. Ocean surface, we can do maybe like a light purple for min, and maybe almost like a light greeny, seafoam greeny kind of thing for max. Ground, it's the first ground, so I'll make it like a dark grass kind of color thing. And then max should be able to be pretty like green grassy, like that. Cliff, we can have as a min, we'll do kind of a dark brown like that. Max can be a sandy color. Cliff top, we're gonna have pretty sandy as well. Maybe it could be like almost red or something. I don't know, it'd be kind of cool. I don't know. Let's do that. And then cliff top, we'll just make it white. Fuck yeah. Alright, biome count. I think right now I have 1 to 3 is good. 1 can be a little bit boring, but it's kind of cool. Like, especially when we get to the second episode, when you have a bunch of different planets, it's kind of fun to see ones that are just standard and then the crazy ones. And then for the biome noise settings, I also wrote some of this down. So 0.15, num layers minimum 1, base roughness 0.1, 0.025, center is -1, -1, min value is 0. Okay. I don't know if that's gonna work actually, but 3 for strength and the max. Max layers is 4, base roughness is 2, roughness is 4, persistence is 0.4. And the center for map is 1, 1, 1. Min value is 0.5. Biome 10%. I think it's 0 to 0.3 was good. 0.3, because that kind of takes over pretty easily. So do that, and then the noise strength I think is kind of an important one. Yeah, so 0 to 0.25. Noise offset negative 0.25 to 0.25, and then blend amount it was 0.1. 0.1 to 0.75. And then smoothness, I would put personally 0.6. No, that is 6. 0.6. Where's the point? Why can't I put a... Oh, I made it an integer, like a dummy. Did I? Oh, I totally did. Yeah, I did. We want to make that a float. I was wondering why I kept doing that. Cool. So yeah, we're going to do 0.6 there to 0.9. And that's basically how reflective the surface is, if you guys remember that from his videos. So we got that all done. And then if you go to planet and you hit generate, obviously nothing's going to happen because we didn't do anything. So that's because we have not actually done anything with these values. First, we need to go to the we should probably go to planet generator editor first, actually. So go to his planet editor and just straight up Control A, Control C, copy the whole thing because it's basically going to be the same thing. And then all you got to do is anywhere that it's a type of, anywhere the planet class is used, you just replace it with planet generator. So here, and then I also believe it is used down here. And then anywhere, well, get rid of one editor and name it planet editor. So ref, get rid of one of these lines too. We actually don't need any of this. We also don't need this. This is going to be null. And then I'm going to go crazy if I don't rename this to planet generator. Planet editor needs to be planet generator editor. Oh, I don't know why I didn't do that. That's annoying. Okay. What is wrong with this? Oh, that's right. It's going to be planet settings. Settings is what I named it. And then this is going to be settings fold out, which we haven't made yet. So everything else is actually, oh no, we need this to be planet generator. So it's all good. We just need to go in here and make that variable real quick. We'll just make it under here, make sure to hide it, and then just say public bool equals false. Cool. And then the other thing you got to make sure to do if you haven't done it yet is that script. I already had mine in the editor, planet generator editor, but you need to put it in the editor folder that he has, or else it's not going to work. So planet generator doesn't have our settings assigned to it, so if we go ahead and assign it real quick, we can see, boom, we can edit everything in there. So cool. That's all good. And so now what we're going to want to do is start actually doing the random generation. So what we need to start with is actually no, we want to make a private game object planet game object and a private planet. And then I'm going to use awake for this. Planet game object equals new game object generated planet. Planet is equal to planet game object dot add component planet. So you have all that. And now first we're gonna terrain settings randomization. So we'll start off by making a new shape settings. S settings. So new shape settings. S settings dot. So we'll go in. Let's do the radius first. And so now we can go into our settings object and say planet radius dot pick random value. S settings dot noise layers. I guess yeah, that's it. And this is actually going to be shape settings dot noise layer. Yep. So equals new shape settings dot noise layer settings dot noise layers. That's not what I wanted. That's annoying. Settings dot. Oh, that's gonna piss me off so much if it keeps doing that. Noise layers dot pick random value. Yeah, so actually, real quick, I'm gonna rename this to shape settings so that it doesn't keep trying to autofill that for me. For in I is equal to 0, I is less than shape settings dot noise layer. Nope. Oh. Shape settings dot noise layers dot length plus I. Shape settings dot noise layer rand layer equals new noise layer rand layer dot enabled equals true. And then we're gonna do use first layer as mask is gonna equal, if I is equal to 0, then no, because you don't want to have the first layer masking itself, and I did that wrong. Otherwise, we will do random xt dot random bool, which we don't have yet, and it's going to be extremely easy to make. Static bool, random bool, just return random dot range. Oh, it doesn't work like that. 0f 1f is greater than 0.5. Cool. Rand layer dot noise settings. So this is actually going to be another one of those. There's just so many nested classes in this thing. Shape settings dot noise layer, but it's just called noise settings. Okay. Noise settings rand noise settings equals new rand noise settings. Filter type we obviously want to use simple because we're not doing rigid for this. Rand noise settings, simple noise settings is equal to new. Oh no, I don't have to do that actually. I'm stupid. That's the whole point of what we did with this. So we're gonna do settings, terrain noise settings, pick random value. Alright, and I think that's actually it for this, unless I missed something. No, that is it. So that's nice. And so now we created that, so we can go back to rand layer, noise settings equals rand noise settings. Cool. Shape settings dot noise layer. So then the last thing we need to do is say shape settings dot noise layers I is equal to rand layer. So I think that's it for shape shape settings. Yes, it is. So now we can do color settings randomization. Color setting. No, that's right. I think he is Sebastian Lague is English, I think, so he spells color differently. Color settings. Color settings. Planet material. For this, we're gonna. Oh, that's right. I forgot to do this. Make a new header and just call it for now, I'm just going to say other attributes. And we're going to have a public material copy material, because we're going to make an instance of it here. So we're going to make a new material and just copy material there. Okay. And then we can say color settings dot set, no, planet material dot set, it's going to be a float underscore smoothness. We're going to do settings dot smoothness dot pick random value. Actually, real quick while we're there, I don't think you guys probably didn't change it. I think the version of the shader that he by the way, if for some reason you don't have this installed, you should watch his tutorial. I think it's episode 5 is when he starts using shaders, but he will go over how to do this because he's the man. So yeah, if you're confused about this, you should watch that video first. This is strictly a tutorial following his stuff. I made it because I was just in the comment section and I was kind of screwing around with some stuff myself, and I saw a bunch of people were wondering about doing this, so I did do that myself. You know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so for smoothness, the shader that he has, it might be some like random hex generated string or something. So you're going to want to replace that reference with underscore smoothness. There. I'm sorry, you guys couldn't see that screen at all because, yeah, I'm just being dumb. Anyways, let's repeat that a little bit. Shader graph is what I was talking about there. So if you can't see, if you don't understand this, then you should watch episode 5 of the Sebastian Lague tutorial. But yeah, just replace whatever was in here with underscore smoothness, and you should be good to go. And that's what we're setting here. Cool. Color settings. What else are we missing here? Just this. Wow. So we'll do blend amount first equals settings dot biome blend amount, pick random value. Got a couple more of these floats. I'll copy them. Noise offset. Yep. Nope. Noise offset. I think there's. What up with this? Biome noise offset. So noise offset. We have noise strength. Biome noise strength. No. Biome noise strength. After noise strength, it's just ocean color. So now we have 3 things to do left. We need to fill out the ocean color, we need to fill out the biomes, and we need to fill out the noise. So we can do the noise first. I'm actually going to make this a separate variable because it's just getting a lot of nesting up in here. So noise settings, biome, noise settings, new settings. When we're all done with this, we can say noise equals biome noise settings. Just got to do type equals. Once again, we're doing simple. Not going to do the rigid one for this video. Simple noise settings is equal to, oof, my goodness, so much nestedness. I lied again. It's not going to be that bad. I have this. It's biome noise settings. Pick random value. Okay. Is that really it? Do I need to? No, I guess I don't. I'm not using a noise layer, just noise settings. So it's just filter type. Cool. Got that down. And so now we need to do color settings. Biome color settings. Biomes equal to new biome array of our settings. Biome count. Pick random value. And fill out that Do I have insert on? No. I hate the insert key. They should just delete it with the delete key. So color settings dot bios I. We'll do 10% first. So we're also actually gonna want to go up here and do float time equals 0f, float increment equals 1f divided by float. This has to be up here first, actually. Float. Actually, you know what? I am getting really sick of writing that, so I'm gonna do. Oh, actually, that's why I made that. You do settings dot biome count dot last value. We already know what that is. I forgot that's why I made that. We can actually use that here as well. Let's see how I'm running on time right now. Let's see. This video's been going on for a little bit. That's about 35 minutes. So it's taking a little bit, but I think we can do it pretty fast here. Float time equals 0, float increment equals 1 divided by last value. Cool. So this is for the gradients, by the ways. Color settings dot so start height is going to equal. I wanted that to be start height, not time. So then we're going to have start height plus equals increment. And this is not going to give us very much randomness in terms of the start height, but I think it's fine for now. And so now the last two things we need to do here are the gradients, which I'm going to make a random method for. So random xt random gradient. And we're going to pass in a new color array. And the color array is going to be our settings dot I think it was ground, settings dot cliff, and settings dot cliff top. I think that's right. Oh, obviously I need to pick the values from them. Perfect. Align that. Okay, so that's actually good for now, and then we can do color settings. Tint is the last one, and we can just actually evaluate that gradient that's already there. And honestly, let's just make that completely random. We'll make it somewhere in the middle. I'll do 2 and 8. 0.2 and 0.8. Okay. So I think one of the last things to do actually now is let's see, we're actually filling in the biomes here, right? Biomes. Yes, but the one thing I did not do is create a new biome. Sorry, my music stopped playing real quick. Yes. Did we do that up here? We did. So we're good. Alright. I think the last thing is just the other gradient. Because we did the noise up there. We did the biomes down there, and we can do the ocean color gradient right here. And it's actually going to be just basically the same thing as this. So I'm going to copy that, and then instead of ground, we're going to do ocean depth, and we're going to get rid of the middle one, and then instead of clip top, we're just going to do ocean surface, like this. Cool. And so now, the last thing, well, yeah. Well, actually, let's do this first. Planet dot construct random planet. And we're going to pass in settings dot resolution dot pick random value, our shape settings, and our color settings. Just to make sure, I think our color settings are all set up, right? We changed literally everything. There's no like things I'm caching off. That all looks good. What about here? Shape settings. I think that's all good. All right. So yeah, the last thing we have to do then is to just make these two functions. This is also going to be a very pseudo random gradient. It's basically just going to be a uniform gradient. We can always change that later, but for now, for the sake of time, we should just do it this way. All right, so gradient alpha key array alpha keys is equal to new array of color length. We're gonna do the same thing with the color keys. Very similar to what we did with the start height, we're going to have a float time. It's probably why I named it time earlier. And then increment is equal to 1f divided by float colors dot length. Just gonna say alpha keys I is equal to new gradient alpha key colors I dot a at time, and then color keys is gonna be that, just the color. So that'll fill all that out, and then all we need to do is say time plus equals increment. Like I said, we can make this random later, but for now, I think we're already going. It's been kind of a long video, so now all we have to do is just make a new gradient, set the alpha keys equal to our alpha keys, and set the color keys equal to our color keys, and obviously return the gradient. Okay. Excuse me. Construct random planet. So we go to the planet class real quick here. We're gonna make a private bool called procedurally generated instead of equal to false. And then we're gonna have a public void construct random planet. It's gonna be int res shape settings, s settings, and colors settings, c settings. So this dot resolution equals res, this dot shape settings equals s settings. And then we'll set procedurally generated equal to true. And then finally, we're just gonna generate planet. But before we stop, up here now, we only want to generate it on start if we're not procedurally generated. And there is a few more things that we have to do. So down here, this should be mesh instead of shared mesh, and this should be material instead of shared material. Mostly for later, but we're gonna do it now. So make sure to change that. And then down here in construct mesh, we're going to pass in procedurally generated. go to construct mesh, and right here, I have it set up like this. You might have it a little bit different. You probably have mesh.uv length equals instead of not equals, but for this we're going to say if procedurally generated or that, then create a new array. Cool. Procedurally generated. So that should be good for this. This all looks good. I might be missing something. Let's test it out and see what happens. For planet generator, copy material, we gotta put that in. So it's planet random. I just copied his planet mat. It's literally all I did. I raised the smoothness to 0.75, but it won't matter because we're doing that stuff randomly. So just make sure you drag that in. Hit run, see if I forgot anything. It looks like I did not. From what I can tell, everything here is working fine. So yeah, it's not perfect, and it's not like the most amazing looking plants ever, but you can get a decent amount of variety. Like here's one with not very much terrain. The other one had some smooth terrain. This one has kind of like weird ice grass mountains or something. We run this again. So this one's kind of cool. So yeah, got all this stuff here, and then one of the last things I wanted to do for this video real quick was create well, I already made it, so don't create it, but the rotate script, it's going to be real simple. Just have a public vector3 axis equal to vector3 dot 1, and a public float speed is equal to, I'll just say 20f, and then an update, just say transform.rotate. We're going to do axis, comma, speed times time.delta-time. Start, just say axis.normalize. And then I guess real quick too, we'll go to extensions. We'll make one more method, and that is going to be a static random unit vector3 taking no parameters. And this is just going to be random.range. Instead of min, we're going to have instead of min here, we're going to have all of them be negative 1f, and instead of max here, we're going to have all of them be 1f, like that, and then at the end, just say dot normalize, boom. And the last thing we're going to do before this video is over is go to planet generator, and at the bottom, before we do that, we're just going to say planet go dot, or we're going to say rotate component equals planet go dot add component rotate component dot axis is equal to random xt dot random unit vector3, and rotate component dot speed is equal to random dot range, and let's just say 15f to 25f. All right, now we'll run to the game. Looks like I'm about 50 minutes. Wow, it's a long video. I didn't think it was going to be this long. All right. But yeah, so I did that so that you can see the sun reflecting off of it. Yeah, this one actually looks pretty cool. I like the look of this one. But yeah, so that is it. That is the first step, where we generate a single planet every time we press the play button. Got some interesting looking stuff here. I mean, none of it's like super crazy, but yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this was informative. Please go check out Sebastian Lague's tutorials if you haven't yet. I think you might be kind of crazy if you watch this whole video without watching his first, considering you probably have no idea what's going on. But yeah, thank you very much for watching the video, and I will see you guys for, oh, I like that one. I'll see you guys for part 2.